Right, we are live.
We're live. That's nice. What have you got on your list today?
Well, an update from when we last spoke. It was my birthday. I turned 30.
It was Jamie's birthday. I got you a very good present.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want to tell them about the present?
Yeah. So I thought I'll get him something themed. There's another present I've got you that we'll bring out on the next episode,
Very
which
excited
is
for that as well.
it's what date is the next episode? What's the week today? 28th or something.
It's currently the 21st of October.
Yeah,
so
it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect
27th.
around then as well. It'll be very relevant to the time, relevant to NFL. But no, the present I got Jamie.
Interesting. I can't work out what this is going to be now.
You'll really like it.
Is it Halloween themed?
We'll see. We will see. But the present I got Jamie, I was like, right, we're gonna go to his little do that he's having, do some karaoke, and I want to get him something that probably. Did anyone else get you this?
As a present?
Yeah.
Kind of. I've got a scratch card.
Yeah, you got scratch cards. I thought I'll get him a 5-leg NFL guaranteed parlay. So I thought I'll have a look at who's playing, and I'll just pick what cannot miss for the day. So
yeah, thank you for that.
No, it was good, and I thought it gave me a lot of faith that if I put thought into the bet, you'd probably win it. If you actually,
as opposed to what you normally do on the.
Well, normally I'm just firing off 5-to-1ers in a mad accumulator. But I thought, I'll give him 5 legs. We had. Do you remember what it was exactly? I think we had Bears money line.
We had the Bears money line against the Saints,
which is about 1.42, and that's to Americans about minus 220.
We can get a photograph.
We'll get it all up. To be fair. We had Bears money line. We had Panthers money line.
Panthers money line against the Jets.
I just thought the Panthers were about even. They're about 1.83.
I think that was
just
a bit of a crazy line. Yeah. The Jets are easily the worst team in the NFL.
How could the Panthers ever lose against the Jets?
Exactly.
Even if they're at the Jets are just falling apart at the seams. Justin Fields is just a running back, if that.
I think one interesting thing I did see, though, is that is only Bryce Young's second away win.
In his career?
I think he was 1-15 away before that.
Bryce Young's quite good, though, isn't he?
He's better than the Jets.
You traded him off me.
Yeah.
Everyone's better than the Jets, even though the Jets have this ridiculously good receiving running back core. Hall and Wilson. So we went Panthers money line, Bears money line.
There's one more game in the early kickoff.
I don't think I went Packers.
Hang on.
I've sent it you.
We can get this up, to be fair.
Yeah, we'll get it up here. And then in the late games, I went Colts plus 1.5. I wanted to go Colts money line, but Colts money line was like 2.1. I just thought, I'll get my plus 1.5, because if they lose by 1 point.
I mean, that was a kind of game where it was crazy they were the underdogs in that as well.
Against the Chargers.
Yeah.
And then Giants plus 7, which when they're 19-0 up, looked easier than ever.
Yeah.
But clearly, with the way the Giants game panned out, it wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But the plus 7 came in easily.
Yeah.
So it was like a 12-to-1 parlay. That cash. You've not cashed it yet, have you?
No.
I cashed mine straight away.
Absolutely wonderful 30th birthday present.
Yeah.
And
because I told everyone at the party, I was like, I've gotten this 5-leg 12-to-1 parlay. Just like, God, you could just.
Everyone's looking at you like, what are you doing? You absolute madman.
Yeah. It's like, God, he's got a real problem.
Yeah.
That's him. Just get him away. You should be in the friend group. But no, that was great, and I'm so happy it came in.
Oh, so happy! And also, we should say you put it on for yourself. As well.
Yeah, I put it on for myself as well.
Just so we me and send it to your bit.
We each won, and just to even pick a winning bet is quite impressive. But
absolutely,
yeah, that was the exciting point of the weekend. Should we talk about the Giants game?
Yeah.
Right. So the Giants game. I presume everyone here watched it, but they were 19-0 up going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the fourth quarter.
Then they bottled it a bit. They threw an interception. Then they came back. Jaxson Dart does that diving leap with the ball.
The one-handed grab, which you should never do because you just lose the ball so much. But then when it breaks the plane, that's all that matters.
He's really sticking to that Anakin Skywalker look.
Yeah,
he's got the kind of eye drop, the dark eye drop. And Scatterbo, I'd love if we could get this clip up, but he's going into the end zone for his touchdown. and he's in the end zone. And he drops his head, so he's
about 3
play.
yards after the ball's in the end zone.
He's in the end zone. He gets down. He's really going for that quick time.
He
CTE.
just wanted to feel something.
He's speed running it. He's speed running the CTE. But yeah, they just ended up bottling it against the Broncos. I think
that was a painful one.
I think Nick's completed a massive pass to maybe Sutton quite near the end.
Yeah.
20, 30 yards to get in field goal range. And the kicker, the Giants.
They missed the extra point.
They missed 2 extra points.
Yeah.
2 extra points.
But which everyone was trying to pretend that the loss was on him for that, even though... Was it 2 extra points?
2 extra points, well,
yeah, I guess you could say for 2 extra points, but we just should never have lost that game.
No, you just shouldn't have.
No.
You need to sort it out completely. Yeah. Who's your defensive coordinator?
I don't even know that, to be fair, off the top of my head.
Yeah, because I can't imagine they're very good, whoever they are. Your
no,
OC and your
not.
DC, you just can't be good. Is Brian Daboll good?
It's an interesting one because do you know where he was before the Giants?
Was he the OC somewhere?
He was the OC at the Bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For like a few
when the Bills
years.
weren't as
with
good?
Josh Allen.
Okay.
No, with Josh Allen. So I think he built his career off like Josh Allen offense doing well, and then
not that.
No, exactly. And then he got the Giants job, and it was his first season was the Daniel Jones good season.
Wow.
So
and then he paid him a lot of money.
At the time, it was Daniel Jones performed well that season because of Brian Daboll's mastermind coaching.
Yeah.
Then we paid him loads of money, and then we had a year and a half of Daniel Jones being terrible with Brian Dable. So the jury's out on Brian Dable, I would say.
Was he good, or did he have a good second half of the season?
Daniel Jones?
As I remember that season, he wasn't good the whole season.
I think he was pretty good that whole season, to be fair. I mean, we got to the playoffs, and he won a playoff game.
That's incredible. He's going to win.
I want to say beat the Minnesota.
He's going to win at least a playoff game this year, I think. The Colts are...
He's going to be in a playoff game, which is exciting.
Yeah, the Colts are one of the best teams in the league.
I mean, he's MVP talk at the minute.
What's great for that is I've got Pittman just kicking about in a few leagues, and he's suddenly gone from a bench player to a starter. He's getting my wide receiver spot.
Yeah.
He's got loads of touchdowns. He's getting yards.
Yeah.
He's receiver one.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
And Pittman's been good for a while.
Yeah.
If you get these players, I think with receivers as well, they can't be that bad. They're not like running backs that just drop off massively. Like they still have that ability to catch.
Yeah.
And run routes.
Yeah.
It's not like running backs, the physicality just goes. Like, I mean, obviously, Tyreek Hill's getting a bit old, but receivers that are good 1 year, they kind of continue being good for quite a while. Like, look at Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
He's 31. He's 32, I think.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams is, like, power rankings for a lot of people, like, receiver 10.
Yeah.
Like, Puka's like 1 or 2, and Devontae Adams top 10, which is crazy. And they've got Stafford, top 4 QB in the league.
Stafford just not slowing down.
It's ridiculous. Stafford.
Do you remember in the off season when there were all those Twitter rumours of they thought he was dead? Yeah. There was that. It was trending. It was hashtag StaffordIsDead, where they thought he was like a clone or something being wheeled out there because they thought he was just over. And then that one.
Have you ever seen the game? I might butcher this, but I'm pretty sure he either dislocates his shoulder or completely obliterates one of his arms.
It's on the last play of
the
Lions drive.
And he comes back.
It's the second to last play.
Yeah, and then he throws with his other arm.
Yeah.
Or he just throws with one arm.
I think he just throws with a dislocated shoulder.
Come on. And then
he's there going, get me to the medical tent.
Get me there now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you saw this the other week when Jaxson Dart went into the medical tent. Brian Dable's sticking his head in. Well, there's my job.
I saw there was some AI slop on that. Did you see that? Where someone had done a AI video, and it was the view from in the tent. It was a point of view of who was it? Went down Jaxson Dart.
Jaxson Dart.
It's Jaxson Dart's point of view, and they just showed like the bald head of Brian Dable coming in the thing, and he like shouts something at him in AI, and then it cuts away, and it's like point of view, you're Jaxson Dart.
AI is just garbage. It just always.
You love sharing some rubbish AI memes about the NFL, like
yeah, they're funny.
What was the one the other day where it was Cam Scatterbo on a snap, and it's just Cam Scatterbo running into a brick wall. It's just the most obvious AI.
I did see a lot of people hating on that, and I kind of appreciate that. I think that was like part of my take.
Yeah,
which is just lazy. Like if you're making stuff on AI, you're just taking all the joy out of it.
It's lazy until we start doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I occasionally make stuff on AI when I want to send like a meme at work, which is just terrible use of Microsoft Copilot. But you can just quickly make like memes of different things with images. So yeah, that's always quite fun. What else you got on your list?
So one thing I think we could talk on, following on from last week. Do you remember we talked about Meow Mix?
Oh, the Panthers podcast.
So the Panthers podcast, and we talked about them last week. And the interesting thing is, with Meow Mix, since they've retired from podcasting,
the followers have tripled, or
no. But it was more about the Panthers. So Panthers are now 3-0.
I'm starting to think this Meow Mix is a bit of a setup because I've just had a thought on it. The Panthers at the end of last season, Bryce Young were really coming into it. You traded for him in one of our leagues, and then Bryce Young looked like a solid last quarterback.
Bryce Young
was that really his second season last year?
Yes.
So that was a sophomore season.
I think he started the season
benched.
He got benched early on.
I remember. So he started the season dreadful, and then he kind of got into it. A few people traded for him, and he looked quite good. Traded for him in fantasy leagues, and then Meow Mix are obviously running this podcast. I don't know how many followers they've got. I saw their YouTube; it was like 1,500. So they can't be a big podcast. And then did they go 0-3 this season and they've retired?
Yeah.
Podcast. I just think
now they're 3-0.
The Panthers have been worse than that before. The Panthers have been dreadful. Like, the Panthers have been really, really bad. I know they had McCaffrey a few years ago. Like he was the Panther, and obviously prior they had like Cam Newton and stuff. But they've been pretty dreadful, and I just think they're going to come back. They're going to have so much hype behind them, and they're just going to reappear in like a couple of weeks.
Do you think Meow Mix is going to come back?
Yeah, definitely. They're two blokes.
You're not talking about the like the superstitious nature in you. Is that if your team has gone, they've gone 3-0 now. Bear in mind, since they've retired, they can't ever come out of retirement because they might win every game ever now. Them coming back would be the thing that would push them over the edge, and they would slide back down the other way.
It would be nailed on if they did come out of retirement. Meow Mix. Is it Meow like a panther, like a cat?
I think so. I think so.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Well, interesting.
Unless you're watching this, that's okay.
Yeah.
That is
great name, lads. Yeah, I love it. No, so the other point on this is, so you'll remember Sunday morning in one of our dynasty leagues,
I thought you were talking about the Maroon 5 song.
Oh yeah, great song. But no, this Sunday, can you remember? Joe, someone who plays in our leagues, just decided to blow up his team and kind of lost his mind a bit. So this is what's linking back to the Meow Mix. So for context, and people must have this where you play in a league and people who are a fan of said team will overvalue their players so much. And Joe is one of these. But unfortunately for Joe, he supports the Carolina Panthers.
This is dreadful.
So he has a history, which we can get into another time, the history behind. But
lived abroad for a bit?
He did live in Carolina, to be fair. That wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about the CD Lamb trade from years ago. But yeah, Joe made a few questionable trades on Sunday, which we'll get up, where he sold Puka, which I feel like was for about 60 cents on the dollar.
I mean, he sold Puka for 2 firsts, 26, 27, Kyler Murray, and gave back a third, possibly?
I think so.
Or maybe he took a third.
What were your thoughts on that trade, Joe?
So there's a difference between trades. So if you are planning on reutilising the firsts very quickly and using Kyler Murray as your new quarterback, so you need a quarterback, I think that's fine.
Okay.
If you're taking Kyler Murray, he's going to be your QB, and you're going to use the firsts to buy, I don't know, like Devontae Adams and someone else. Something like that. I think that's fine. But if you're just pure rebuilding, you should just be asking for 3 firsts and 2 seconds for Puka.
Yeah.
And just take all picks. But why would you take Kyler Murray if you're rebuilding? It's like Kyler Murray's got 5 good years left, and maybe not even good years.
Yeah, well,
he's tiny.
When we were discussing it at first, I think my thoughts was Kyle Murray was about QB like 14 on Keep Trade Cut, which I think was where he was at the start of the season.
What is he, like 22?
And when we looked, he's QB 19. Yeah. And my sentiment is the same. I think the problem with Kyle Murray at the minute, though, is like he might not even be in the league in 3 years.
Well,
like,
my theory is that small QBs have less longevity.
Injuries and stuff.
No, absolutely. They just don't last as long. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean? It's the size, like, the weight thing.
The longest lasting QBs, the Flaccos, the Bradys, Rodgers, even Big Ben, they're just big blokes.
Yeah.
They're big blokes. They don't rely on their mobility. They rely on their arm strength, and they rely on throwing out the pocket quickly.
I think the latest thing.
But Kyler Murray, he's good because he's tiny and agile, and that will just go.
Kyler Murray, like, it was Cardinals Packers this weekend, wasn't it? Right, and Jacoby Brissett played, didn't he? As the backup. Kyler Murray was injured, and the Cardinals' offense was so much better. Like, Trey McBride caught 2 passes. They nearly won that game against the Packers, which is so bad for Kyler Murray's stock. And there's talk of trade talk of him going somewhere else as well.
Yeah, it's like there's a thing in UFC where I think maybe only 2 or 3 lightweights and below. Lightweight and lower weight classes over the age of 35 have ever won title fights in history. About 2 or 3. I think Volkanovski's one of them. But once you get to 35 and you're very light and you're small, like all your skills and the things that are positive are gone. And I think that's with Kyler Murray. That like Bryce Young's quite a small quarterback. He probably won't have that long. And just a smaller quarterback. There's nothing wrong with small quarterbacks, but they just don't have the longevity.
No.
Got to be a big boy.
So yeah, Joe did this trade on Sunday. He basically decided to blow his team, and he shifted Puka, which we all thought was for cheap.
Dreadful. To our mate, by the way, who lives here.
Yeah.
I think what's cool about that trade, just not to drag on it too much, is the guy who bought Puka in all 3 dynasty leagues has never spent a first ever on a player.
Yeah.
And he spent 2 firsts, Kyler Murray, and something else on Puka, which I just think is quite the steal.
That was the other. So the other trade he did on
Drake
Sunday
London
morning as well was Drake London for what was effectively a first and a fourth. I mean, they did a 2nd round pick swap as well. But again, I just feel like selling 60 cents on the dollar. So what I feel like Joe could have just kept these players, like their value is probably not going to go much further down next year. I mean, Puka Nacua was the wide receiver 1.
They're quite good for rebuilds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they're both so young as well. I mean, I've got Drake London's 24, Puka is 24.
Yeah, I mean,
Drake lost his mind.
Drake London had not the best game, although. Because there's a bit of a theory that Darnell Mooney, when he plays, Drake London just doesn't have a very good game. Which I can get that, but if you've got a fantasy team and you've got really young, really good players, or young and maybe top of the range players, like Puka's like wide receiver 1, Drake's like wide receiver top 10, at least, maybe wide receiver.
I think Drake London is wide receiver 8 or 9 dynasty.
Yeah. And if you've got young players, you can just sell other aspects of your team. They should be like the core part. They should be the key aspect of your team.
But do you want to know what this all links round to? And the reason why I link this with Meow Mix is I was texting Joe on Sunday night, and do you know what he said? He said he sold his team for the Panthers win. So since Joe has done that trade, the Panthers are 1-0. Meow Mix are 3-0. I just think the Panthers might win every game this season because of this. I think Joe has made a deal with the devil to sell his team and to give up on Dynasty, but at the cost of the Panthers being a great football team.
Whenever I at the start of the season, I always make lots of notes of different bets I want to put on, which is just crackers anyway. But I like to make the notes and the odds and make a little list. And I always write down Panthers Super Bowl, and they've got to win it one year. They're always about 150 to 1. I always think, Bryce Young is going to be good, and maybe I'll chuck some money on Panthers Super Bowl. That could be something.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro.
Betting on Super Bowl is a bit dumb. You should just bet on AFC or NFC Championship because.
Can I talk about a bet I've placed on the AFC Championship?
Yeah, because you don't want to wait until the Super Bowl because too many people there to watch your bet lose.
Yeah. So yeah, I placed a wager last week on the AFC Championship, which I haven't discussed with. Who would you guess I would have bet?
The Colts. Are they in the AFC?
They are AFC, but no, not them.
Incredible. I would have gone them. Who would you bet?
I bet on New England Patriots by Drake May. Because my logic is, Have you seen their schedule?
Can I guess their odds? I have seen their schedule. It's an image of someone going up a travelator kind of assisted living.
Yeah.
Assisted living staircase, and it's just garbage. Are they?
And the logic behind it was as well, because they beat the Bills.
So can I guess they're about 20 to 1 to win that?
16.
16 to 1. Yeah. Sounds about
that. So 17.0. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my logic as well is the same thing of where I'm like, I'm not even sure they're going to do that. It might be a better cash out if they get to like the last 4. Do you know what I mean?
I think the thing with betting on something like that is you'll always have opportunities to lay it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you wanted.
Yeah.
Depends how much gamble you want.
Yeah.
Is it enough money? You don't have to say how much money. Don't say how much money, but is it the amount where you like?
Final 4, final 2. Cash out was getting up.
Is it where you'd want to lay it on the final one?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You didn't lay the Bengals bet that year, remember?
No. But yeah, that wasn't enough money. That wasn't enough money because this returns more basically.
Oh, does it? The Bengals one.
Yeah.
Bengals one was mega. They didn't win, obviously, but it was mega. I got 3 dynasty leagues, and someone said, "Oh, you're tanking in that one." I can't remember who it was, and I said, "No, I don't have my first next year. I can't be tanking unless you have your first."
Wait, say that again.
So I'm doing terrible in one of the leagues.
Yeah.
And I think Max goes, "Oh, you're tanking in that." I go, "Well, no, I don't have my first next year."
I think this is a key thing we both have the same opinion of.
So unless you have your own first, you're technically not tanking.
No. More what I was going to say was it winds us up to no avail when someone says, asks if you're tanking. Yeah.
It doesn't wind me up because I'm never tanking. I'm just bad.
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
But I will be tanking next year in no luck because I've got my 2027 first.
Okay.
But if you've still got your 2027 first, if you've got your first next year, it means you've not spent enough capital on trying to win. So you technically must be tanking. You literally just haven't put enough into it. If you've still got that first, and your first next year is your most valuable pick. And if you've still got it, you're not trying to
Well, your first next year isn't necessarily most valuable pick.
It's likely your most valuable pick. Whoever's watching, your own first is more often than not. Unless you've ended up with other... If you've ended up with other
No, that's what I'm thinking, is you've ended up with other first.
You're definitely tanking then, if you've got loads of first next year.
Not necessarily.
And it's more common than not, but if you've still got your first next year, you can't be trying that hard to win, basically. Because if you're trying that hard to win, you'd have sold your first next year for Saquon or whoever.
Yeah.
So I've not got my own first next year in no luck. I'm just dreadful.
Yeah.
I'm just garbage at that. I put up about 80 points this week, but I can't just blow up my team yet. I'm 3-4.
But I would argue that you, even if not having your own first, you can still be tanking because it's more of you're in a position where you're selling off pieces, right? Is the key thing. Like you're in a position where if a player has a good week, your first 4 is, I can get a second for them off this week.
Possibly. But the other 2 leagues, let's go. I'm trying to win in the other 2 leagues. So there's High Roller. I put up 121, and I was against someone who put 125, which is pretty close. But I started Tua, who put up negative 1.4 points.
Negative?
So
was his overall negative?
I messaged her. I said all I needed was him to put up about 3 points, and I would have won that matchup. But he put up negative 1.4 and negative 1.6. So if he just puts up a positive, I could put any.
Wait, what do you mean and? Negative 1.4 and negative 1.6?
No, all 1.6.
Oh, right, okay.
So if 2 of them just put up a positive point score, like 5. Terrible game. Dreadful, by the way. For anyone who doesn't know fantasy, like QB's putting up less than 16 is dreadful.
You could have just started someone on your bench who would have scored more than negative 1 point.
I could have not started him. I could have had a blank spot and I would have got better points. So I would have won it. I didn't. So I'm 4-3 in that. And then in the new league, I absolutely dominated Dan and like 162 to 100. So I'm like 5-2 in the new league. I actually ran into Chris at the tram stop earlier, and he is also 5-2. I'm just above him. So the new league.
It's really annoying when your mates are doing well in fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really hurts.
I think Chris thinks of himself as quite a good fantasy player.
He does.
Yeah. That trade.
Let's not make a comment on that.
That trade he sent to Niall. A first and 3 seconds for Pittman and CD Lamb.
Yeah.
That's dire.
That's worth airing out in the chat.
This
was one of these where there was... Well, I don't know if there was controversy, but you know when a trade offer is so bad that it gets aired out in the chat and people say, what are you doing? And yeah. No, my fantasy matchup this week was...
You are actually tanking in
something. All right, mate.
You are actually.
Don't tell me how to run my
You've got your own
team.
first.
Don't tell me how to run my team or what I do. But no, in one of the leagues, I was 91% to win in Sleeper, facing Jahmyr Gibbs on Monday Night Football, who just needed to put up less than, it was 32.5 points.
Yeah.
And you'll never guess what he did.
The neighbours will be hitting the broom downstairs.
Sorry. Yeah, you'll never guess what he did. He put up 35 points.
35?
And the worst thing as well
Did you see his 80-yard touchdown?
Yeah. But no, do you want to know the worst thing as well? Is I actually had Jared Goff in that league. So, like, if he catches a pass, I'm hedged against it, right? Because Jared Goff would get the touchdown points and the yards. But it was like Jahmyr Gibbs had to get that points and score it in a rushing capacity against me, and he did it.
Jesus.
So that was pretty brutal. I won one of the leagues, which I'm going for, which was good.
Is that the new one?
No luck involved.
Are you not going for it in the new one?
No, I am. That was the one I was against Jahmyr Gibbs.
Are you ahead of me in the new one? You can't be.
I'm 3-4 now.
Are
you 5-2?
5-2.
Jeez.
I've got a good team. I've got Devante Adams and Stafford. Hell of a stack.
It's good stack.
I've got some great stacks. I've got Darnold and then Jigba in the high roller.
That's a good stack.
Hell of a good stack.
That's a good
I've never really had a stack before. I didn't realise how good stacks are.
Oh, Jesus. James has just discovered what stacks are and how fun it is.
I've always played redraft and for years, and it's quite hard to even get a stack in redraft. But
do you want to explain a bit about the stack, just in case?
Yeah, so stacks like when you've got a good QB alongside. It doesn't have to be good, but it's a good QB alongside a good receiver that they throw to a lot.
Yeah, it's a QB with a player who can catch reception.
It's a high variance play.
So the idea is
when
they both
do well, or they both don't do great.
Yeah,
one can't do well without the other doing well. Literally.
Yeah.
Unless it's a weird receiver that runs and does like.
Yeah.
Side passes.
It's so I guess it's a way of you're kind of betting more all in, right?
Yeah, if you can get a good stack,
you're really betting on the team being a good offense.
Yeah, because like the league I won, the Rams were in the early game, and they had 50 points already. I'd almost
you get a hat trick.
Yeah, you got a hat trick.
Devante Adams.
Yeah.
And Stafford threw for 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns, the most in international game ever.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. No, after Adams got that hat trick, I also bet Jigba to get a hat trick last night. And I thought, he scored in the first quarter, easy. I'd also bet him for 2, niche. Actually, he got like 123 yards, no more touchdowns, which is fine.
Do you want to talk on that? Do you want to talk on laddering? It's a bit of
laddering, right? My understanding of ladder bets. So you get a lot of this in the MMA betting community. You get people that have an absolute lock, and it's usually like a -400 or -300, maybe parlayed with a couple other -5 or 300s.
Okay.
And that'll make an evens bet. Okay. Or you have an evens bet that's just nailed on. You put $100 on it, and then that comes in, that's step 1 of the ladder. And they always tell you, they're like, you just do 10 rungs of the ladder. Let's just do the math. It goes 100, 200, 400, 800, 16, 32, 64, 12.8. So 8 legs of the ladder, you go from $100 to 12,800, and they'll have a pick.
Wait. Sorry. So how are you?
So you get an evens bet.
Okay.
Put $100 on it.
Okay.
Comes in.
The 200.
And then you put $200 on the next.
Okay.
And it's like a long acca.
Okay.
It's a drag acca. So either you can do the $100 bet on 3 favourites that equals about even.
Yeah.
3 minus 500s.
Yeah.
Or 1.2s or whatever.
Yeah.
That comes in, say, on Sunday night. Then the next step of the ladder is Monday night. The next step of the ladder is Thursday night. And you get these tipsters that are peddling these dreadful... They're just long accumulators.
Yeah.
Because what people don't get about betting is that... So you pay minus... you pay 1.91 for the odds.
Yeah.
When the odds are actually 2.8.
Yeah.
But you parlay them together, the odds have doubled for you. but they've expanded even further. The real odds are 4.0, and you're getting like 3.5 or 3.2.
Yeah.
Once you get to 8 legs, you're getting 120 to 1. But the real odds are something like 300, like way higher, 300, 400 to 1. You're getting a dreadful price on the real odds.
Yeah.
That's why betting markets and exchanges are so much better. Because it's single bets and you bet versus someone and you get a way better price.
Yeah.
And that's why accumulators and parlays are just so hard to win. That's why winning the one for your birthday is so impressive.
It all comes back round to the
birthday. It's a 12 to 1.
Yeah,
it's a 12 to 1 bet. And the real odds are probably like 20 to 1.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do that. But yeah, there's a lot of ladder stuff on Twitter. Don't fall into it. Don't join the ladders.
No, the only other thing I was going to say, which I'm not sure if it's called laddering, and I'll need to find out what the name is. But have you seen those ones where you will bet like it's basically if you want to bet on, if you've got a good feeling about a receiver that day, they've got a good matchup, and it's the main receiver, and you'll bet on them. I think that's also a ladder, isn't it? And you'll bet on them like anytime touchdown, or maybe and then you put like a bet on like 2 touchdowns, and then you'll have a bet on them to get 60 plus yards. Then you do 80 plus, 100 plus, 120 plus, and the idea is if they have further up you get, you'll have a really big day. And because someone was talking about Jahmyr Chase on Thursday Night Football, who got like 16 receptions for 160 yards and a touchdown. So there'll be some people who will bet on him to get like however much the maximum yards you can get, I imagine, and it will have came in.
Yeah,
that's kind of separate. It's kind of separate.
It is kind of formal. I've seen that with receptions. So you'll get like an iffy receiver, like Ionama.
Whoa, careful what you're saying there, buddy.
Ionama.
The Titans.
Yeah, Ionama.
Eric Iomana. I'm going to say
Iomana. You get like him to get 3 receptions, and then you also bet him for 4, and then him for 5.
Yeah.
You maybe put $100 on that, $50 on that, $20 on that.
Yeah.
Your bets go down, but these odds go up.
Yeah.
And as you watch it, obviously if the big things come in, it's great.
Yeah.
And often they just get the bare minimum, because the bare minimum, the 3 receptions.
Often you break even.
Yeah. But you put the most money on that.
Yeah.
Because you put 100, 50, 20, 100 come in.
So it goes down in the value.
You bet less on each leg.
I like that. Yeah.
See, this is how they get you.
Yeah.
This is how they get you. They make so much sense there. But it's really just different ways to lose money. You should, when you're betting, you should be looking for individual bets with close lines, where you have a good understanding of the game. Like the Panthers Jets game is the best example, because the Panthers are okay, the Jets are absolutely toilet, and they're evens.
Yeah.
If you can get that in maybe a boxing match, where it's a good fighter versus a bad fighter, and somehow it's even, that's where you make money in betting, not how we do it.
I think it's a bit like, that kind of links to one of the points I was going to bring up for this whole, feels like every week now, the NFL is rigged to come out about a certain game or a certain line where it's going down to the last 2 minutes and there's a field goal to make it a 46-point total, and the line was 45, and then loads of people come out and they say, oh, this is so obviously rigged, that's why they missed this field goal, so the over doesn't hit. But it's more just, what I think the key thing to bring up is Vegas just sets great lines for the sport of the NFL.
They set good lines, and people bet relatively good lines in large amounts.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's what they call maybe a quiet effect. So when large groups of people sing, they're usually in harmony. So if you have enormous people in a crowd, like the Freddie Mercury Live Aid example, they sing in harmony just about, pretty good, because they all kind of balance each other out. So when huge masses of people bet on Vegas lines, they balance the lines out, so it's just about on the money usually. And Vegas are pretty on the ball with that. So the initial line they give out can change quite a bit. If Chiefs open as -7 against the Raiders, it's going to get bet way down to -14.
Yeah.
But
so they can kind of balance their books, right?
I think the Chiefs actually were like -14 and -16. They won about 31-0, didn't they?
Yeah.
But the spread betting, you're betting against, I think what people don't realise in spread betting, you're really betting against good bettors.
Yeah.
Because the smartest bettors bet it when the line opens, when they know the line is way off, it's obvious. The Chiefs have opened -7 against Vegas. They've bet it down, but they've got it at -7. Yeah. Once you're jumping in at -10 and -14, you're the mug.
Yeah.
You're just pouring money into the system.
The result is likely going to end up around that number.
Yeah.
But all the good bettors are betted early.
The sharps, they call them.
Yeah.
So they've got it early doors.
That's very good. So basically, are you saying...
Don't bet spreads.
I thought you were saying Freddie Mercury wasn't the man for Queen.